Ciao y'all, Naturally Kenya here and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to talk about the best day trips you can take from the city of Rome. As the world is slowly opening up again, I decided to make a video on the best day trips you can take from Rome. Some of the restrictions on movements between regions have been lifted a few months or so ago, so I thought it was appropriate to actually discuss this, especially if you plan to be a tourist in the city. You may come here and you've seen the Colosseo, you've seen the Pantheon, and you want a little countryside, small town adventure. If you're new here, my name is Kenya. Yes, like the country. And I'm an American girl documenting my life while living abroad in Rome, Italy, and sharing my authentic experiences with all of you. From food and drink to taking you on vlogs with me around the city to explore some of the sites. These are pretty much all the things you'll find on my channel. I also tend to include travel tips and tricks to make your stay abroad go that much more smoothly. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let's get into the video. The good thing about Rome is that it is located centrally in Italy. Although some say that the mentality is a bit southern, this allows you to get around to many of the nice sites and cities very easily. In this video, I'm only going to suggest to you the places I've personally been to and that I really enjoyed. So I'm going to organize this video in two sections, one with under 1 hour trips and another section with 1 to 2 hour trips. I didn't really want to include 2+ hour trips, but that's just because my personal maximum of travel by any form of transportation is around 3.5 hours. I just don't have the attention span to do any longer. So if you guys actually like this video, I can do a part 2 on the trips that may take a bit longer from Rome, so 2+ hours. Let me know in the comment section below if you are interested. So let's start with the under 1 hour trips. The first on my list that many may not even think about, and it's not that obvious, but it's the Vatican City. Most people don't even think about it when they come to Rome, but the Vatican City is a state in itself. You have the Vatican Museums, the Vatican Gardens, and of course the Sistine Chapel with Michelangelo's The Last Judgment masterpiece. Just gorgeous, just gorgeous. I also listed this in the 10 things you can't miss in Rome video, so make sure to check that out as well. I'll link it here as well as the description box below. So head over there if you want to see the 10 must-sees I don't think you can miss on your trip to Rome. So the next place I actually recommend is Tivoli. This is such a hidden gem. I personally didn't know anything about it before my arrival in Rome. It's located about 17 miles or 26 kilometers east of Rome. There are 2 UNESCO World Heritage sites you absolutely must see from the 2nd century. So you have Villa d'Este and you have Villa Adriana. So Hadrian's Villa. Tivoli is just this wonderful, charming little city with 2 of the most wonderful Roman villas I've ever seen. I honestly think they are in the top. Really, they really are in the top. So to get there is a train directly from Termini, and it only takes around 1 hour by car. So you can really choose which form of transportation you want. I would suggest train, as it is about 30 minutes and the car takes about 1 hour. The next on the list is actually Castelli Romani. So go with an empty stomach because these are a wonderful group of picturesque towns, which are actually 13 towns. You'll find Castel Gandolfo overlooking Lake Albano and the cute city of Frascati, known for their wine. And that one's probably the most popular city there. You can go for wine tasting, and it's really just a different world outside of Rome with rolling hilltops, just peace and quiet. Really peace and quiet. So you can get there by train for about half an hour. So it's not that far at all. The same in the car, more or less, maybe 45 minutes with traffic. Moving on, let's discuss Santa Marinella. If you're going to be in Rome in the summer season, it's probably the best town from Rome to head to the beach. I do suggest going during the week because the weekends can get a bit crazy and you won't even be able to find an umbrella if you didn't book it in advance. So obviously bring your swimsuits and sunscreen. And to get there, you only need about 50 minutes by train, and driving takes about the same length of time. I mean, there just are so many beautiful places that you can get to in under 1 hour from Rome. Unfortunately, we don't have all day, so let's move on to the places you can get to in about 1 to 2 hours from Rome. So first up is actually Firenze, also known as Florence. Probably one of my favorite Italian cities, full of fine art museums like the Uffizi Gallery. And obviously Galleria dell'Accademia with Michelangelo's David. So I don't really think I need to introduce this capital of Tuscany very much. I mean, the Duomo really does speak for itself. With the Frecciarossa, so that is the high-speed train, it takes about 1.5 hours, and by car it takes much longer, almost double the time, so a little over 3 hours. So obviously here I would suggest a train. The next city on the list is Naples. So you're most likely arriving here if you're interested in visiting Pompeii or doing an excursion to the nearby Mount Vesuvius. But I would honestly suggest staying at least a day or two in Naples. For the food alone, I mean, the best pizza in the world, the best pizza in Italy, in the world, in my opinion, can be found here. It is the capital city of the Campania region. By train, probably is the most convenient because with the high-speed train, so the Frecciarossa, it takes only 1 hour and 15 minutes, so it's very close. By car, it takes around 2.5 hours. Now let's go to the next place, and that is Orvieto. It is such a beautiful hilltop city, and it's kind of located as a midway point between Florence and Rome. It's located on the top of a cliff with a gorgeous Duomo in Gothic style, and you can walk to the bottom of St. Patrick's Well as well. Literally, you're standing at the bottom of a well. It is really, actually a strange experience. I'll put a photo because I've been, but just really weird to be at the bottom of a well, no? So to get there by train, it takes about 1 hour and 20 minutes, and by car, about 1.5 hours. The next on the list is actually Assisi. So I went to Assisi for the first time in February 2020 before all the pandemic lockdowns, and I was absolutely blown away. It is located in the hills of Umbria, and to get there by train from Roma Termini, it takes about 1.5 hours, and by car, about 2.5 hours. So let's move on to Viterbo. It is a charming city with a hilltop medieval palace, as well as famous thermal bath, serving traditional dishes. So again, come with an empty stomach. Probably the most traditional dish is actually acqua cotta. So it's made of homemade bread, mint, vegetables, and olive oil. And to get there, it takes about 1 hour and 40 minutes by train, and by car, about 1.5 hours. The next place on my list is actually Bagnoregio. You absolutely have to visit this dying village. It's labeled as dying only because it's located on a hill that is slowly eroding on the border with Umbria. And you can only access this city by a narrow bridge, but the site alone is absolutely, oh my God, to die for. Spectacular. Visit the cathedral, the main square, and maybe have lunch while you're there. I missed out, I didn't have lunch there. I kind of regret it. You can get there by car in about 1 hour and 40 minutes, or you can take the train from Rome to Orvieto and then the bus to the city. But this takes a bit longer and is pushing the 2-hour limit. It'll probably take you over 2 hours to get there. So in this case, it's probably better to drive. So to follow this video, let me know if you guys will be interested in talking about more experiences from Rome that will take 2+ hours in the comment section below. We really could be here all day. Like, Italy is such a beautiful country. We really could be here all day with the places that I could tell you to go. But unfortunately, this video has a time limit. I don't like to keep you guys here all day. So just make sure to subscribe, like this video, hit the notification bell, comment below what you want to see next, and I will see you in the next video, y'all. Ciao.